Let's check out today's Magic Moments covered by State Farm. Speaking of money, Cooper Flagg is going to make a lot of it. He already is, by the way. He will most likely play in his final regular season game as a Blue Devil today against North Carolina, or maybe he won't, maybe. But to celebrate, this generational talent, we are seeing kind of 5 of the most memorable moments of Cooper Flagg's season this year. It started at, Notre Dame, where he broke the freshman scoring record with 42 points. And we also remember some of the epic dunks that he had against Kansas and Pitt. We'll run through these videos, guys. But, Q, I'm wondering your thoughts on Cooper Flagg. Coming out this year, likely going to be the #1 overall pick. What have you seen from him?
He lived up to all the expectations that were on him. I got to watch him in high school. I'm in Orlando, where Montverde is right outside of Orlando, so I got to see a lot of their games. Obviously, they were on TV. But, yeah, he's made good on it, man. Since he's came on the scene, he's kind of just transcended and continued to rise. And I think he's risen to another level this year in college basketball, and I think he will be the inevitable #1 pick.
Luke, we see the poster dunk against Kansas here. My favorite, I think, was the one against Pitt, and that'll be coming up in just a second. Do you think that we've seen the full scale and the full scope of Cooper Flagg's game, or is there another level?
I think there's absolutely another level. The guy has more 20-point double-doubles as a 17-year-old than anyone ever has. Again, Duke is doing it different. They start 3 freshmen, so to think he can't get better is just crazy.
Yeah. And then finally, we see the dunk against Pitt. And then the last home game against Wake Forest was kind of the icing on the cake, if you will. 28 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks. You can continue to go on down the list because he leads the team in all of those categories. He has an opportunity to do something very, very rare. That is to come back to college. Now, I'm not saying it's going to happen. In fact, I'll ask you guys, yes or no. Is Cooper Flagg in a Duke uniform next year?
Answer's got to be no, but I'm sure they could come up with some way to make it real attractive for him to come back. They're obviously going to be good next year. NIL doesn't have any restrictions, so I don't know, unload the truck, get him the Brinks truck and pay the man.
I'll be interested because if I'm Cooper Flagg, I'm not sure I want to go to the Washington Wizards. So I mean, there's that. That's waiting on him, and that's purgatory.
What would you do if you were in his shoes?
I would stay.
You would?
With the landscape, what it is now, and the money he can make, knowing that I'm looking at going to Washington, I might. I mean, I would. Obviously, I would have to consult with my family and my team and check all of those things out. But I'm not sure that would be the worst thing for him.
I mean, the money is so different than it was back in the day. Yeah, I know you're not doing multi-year deals here or anything for college, but I think that's a great point. And you could literally make, I don't know, $5 or $10 million.
He's got to be a max guy in whatever scenario.
Well, give me a number, Q. What's the number to stay?
I mean, when I came back after my freshman year, I got an insurance policy that was like, I think it was like $10 million or something. But that's an insurance policy. Like, they're getting real cash.
Yeah.
And I say, I'm a guy who could have went, and I came back. So, I mean, trust me, if it was that type of money on the table, they might have got me to stay again.
I think it's 8 figures. For a guy like that, yeah, absolutely. To get him,
he's got to be box office.
And the question has been, like, are they really going to pay that much money for a guy like Cooper Flagg? I think they would.
I would have to imagine they would be seriously considering that. All right, that was today's Magic Moments covered by State Farm.